Hey there everybody, I thought I would create a little more content around a true passion of mine, motorcycling. You know, I only got into motorcycling about 3 going on 4 years ago. It has totally changed my life for the better because of the fun, the reinvigoration that I experienced through my whole life, every aspect of my life, as well as the social aspects. There are all kinds of riding clubs and motorcycle clubs you can belong to, charitable groups and so on that involve group riding. It's also a phenomenal solo activity, and you can meet friends at stops, by motorcycle bars, all the rest of it. So what I want to tell you guys is you need to get out and do things. If you're worried about the risk, you really shouldn't be. There's an awful lot you can do to mitigate and control the risk, namely road strategy and gear, and I'll be discussing that a lot more in detail in this channel. Today I want to share with you favorite bike of mine and a very inexpensive bike. In terms of bang for the buck, this is incredible. It's 2008 Kawasaki Vulcan 900. I bought it for $3,300. It had 5,000 miles on it. No, it wasn't a salvage title. It wasn't 4 parts only. It's run like clockwork since the day I bought it. It's been an absolutely phenomenal bike. Here's the thing. We all know that Japanese companies make great cars, and they're the same way with motorcycles. Do they have all of that insidery snob appeal and clout that Harley Davidsons have? No, and I get it. That's a part of the insidery club, is you are paying for the name, and that's what you're paying for. But I shudder to think of what $3,000 will get you in a Harley. It'll probably be in the 4 parts only, not working bin. Okay, so if you're willing to do that, the truth of the matter is you won't have any less fun on something like this than you would on a Harley. The bike is phenomenal. It does have plenty of power. Is it super torquey like your really high-end 2-liter bikes or really powerful Harleys? No, but it has plenty of power. I think it has about 60 horsepower. It gets out of its own way just fine. I've never had a problem accelerating, getting up to speed, getting on the freeway, or keeping up with people. So as I said, it's about a 900cc V-twin. It's nice and torquey. I really enjoy riding it. The power, I think, is perfectly fine. Hey, buddy. So the stock seat does leave something to be desired. It's very stiff, it's very uncomfortable. This is a wonderful upgrade. It is a Mustang seat with the backrest. It did not include this sissy bar backrest. I added that later. So it is just the front to the rear here, but it is a very nice upgrade. It's expensive, it's about $600, but it is worth its weight in gold when you actually ride. So as far as upgrades, I put maybe about $1,200 into the bike. It's perfectly rideable without that, but as I said, I did the seat. I did a luggage rack on the back and the sissy bar. So I wanted a trunk. I had an ABS plastic, cheap eBay trunk that needed this support plate. So I had my mechanic at the time fabricate this. I was living in an apartment at the time. He just cut this metal piece up and put it on to support the weight of the trunk. That ended up being a cheap piece of junk, and the latch broke on it, so I will be replacing that with a higher end Viking bags trunk. Speaking of Viking bags, as you can see, I have the saddlebags here. These are your extra large Viking bags, and they are decent quality. However, this buckle did break, as you can see, the latch here. Don't get the ones with the buckles. It is way overkill on the methods of closure for this thing. It has a buckle up front, Velcro all the way around, 3 buckles here, Velcro here, and then a locking latch here. So you do not need all this. If I had to do over again, I would just get the straight semi-hard ones that close without any extra buckles or anything. It's just a pain. I don't even like doing it, nor do you have to do it. But they're decent. They have decent space. But it is really hard to beat a trunk. Trunks are amazing. You can throw a whole handbag in there or backpack, do a weekend trip or whatever. Moving on, I did do the NOCO lithium battery, which is a must-have add. I have had no problems. It's absolutely wonderful. I've got the tender over there. I did a separate review about the NOCO battery with the tender, and I have the lead hanging out so I can plug it in whenever I want to. Engine looks nice. I would like to get a set of highway bars, but those would just clamp right on. The bike already came with the guards there. I blacked out the bezel because I was sick of it. The chrome bezel was reflecting light directly up into my face. I don't know, I don't think it's sacrificing looks, but looks a little different. But I just spray painted that. And the Denali Sound Bomb horn, no, it wouldn't fit in the standard spot, but these things are lifesavers. It's about 10 times louder than the stock horn, and cagers can hear it. People in cars can actually hear it. I can give them a preemptive little hit on the horn, and they know to look out for me. So these things save lives, and I recommend those. This is a tether for my Helite turtle airbag vest, which I'll be sharing with you guys in a subsequent video. I'm a firm believer in safety, and I love the Helite airbag vests. They've saved people's lives all over the world already. And I have my Oxford heated grips, which are really nice. However, they don't do a whole lot for cold air coming this way. I use my heated gloves for those, which I can share with you in a later video. And then basically, that's about it, except this is my all-in-one LED bulb. These cheap little Kemimoto tool bags are nice, and it was inexpensive. And to charge my phone, I don't like loading up my battery with stuff. The battery terminals are already pretty full with accessories. So I just run a cell phone battery pack from here with a large cord, and I can charge my phone right here, which you will have to do if you're navigating or listening to a lot of music in your helmet. But as you can see, it's a nice looking bike. And you know what? You can roll with Harley type people and cruiser people, unless it's a specifically Harley only event. They will welcome you. You'll fit right in. No one has said anything except, well, they've said positive things. Hey, these are great. These are great bikes. I can understand why you would want one of these instead of paying, I don't know, $10,000 for something comparable in a Harley. You can get a Kawasaki and be smiling all the way to the bank. Interesting thing, I went on a ride that was hosted by a local Harley dealership here, but it said all bikes welcome. And I showed up in this. I was the only one with a non-Harley bike. Nobody said anything bad. In fact, all I heard were compliments. Oh, those are great. Those are wonderful bikes. I used to have one. They're cheap too. And I walked around the dealership, as gorgeous as those new Harleys were. They were about $20,000 to $40,000. For an experience, quite frankly, sure, they're a little nicer. I mean, I would expect them to be. But for an experience that really isn't any more fun or any more enjoyable than my $3,300 little workhorse here. So if you're not riding, you really have no excuse. You should have a bike. Go get one or something like it. You know, Honda makes some great motorcycles like this. Suzuki, Yamaha. Anything made by the Japanese companies is sure to run extremely well and deliver a tremendous value for the price. Unless you're some kind of purist, American company purist, and you just have to have that HD. I absolutely love the motorcycle. Please subscribe and comment below. Like this video if you liked it, and I hope to talk to you guys again soon. Thanks so much for watching.